guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been out for a few months and I've had my baby. He's 10 weeks old now, so I'm getting back into my YouTube videos, and one of my latest videos has gotten a lot more attention than what I normally get, so I just wanted to thank you guys so much for that, and my subscribers have just increased insanely, so I just thank you so much for your support. And that is like the main reason why I did this video today, because you know, it sort of makes it worth it now that I have a few of you guys who are really asking for these videos now, so super exciting. Anyway, so today's look is Two-Face from Batman. I've never done this before. There's a few things I would change here and there, but overall I got the look that I wanted, so we will just jump straight into the video.
So I've split my hair down the centre and tied up one side. I won't be using a bald cap today, so I've just pulled my hair back nice and tight to mimic the bald side. Going in with my MAC Studio Fix foundation, I'm just placing this all over my face and neck, and then using my MAC Pro Longwear concealer, just going over the areas where I want to highlight and conceal. And to blend this all out, I'm just using a damp beauty blender. For the contour, I'm taking a pressed powder that's 2 shades darker, and I'm going to do this quite strong because once we have the gore side of our face done, the beauty side will look a little bit washed out. Keeping it really simple for the brows, I'm just using an eyeshadow from Yabe Cosmetics and filling that in, and then taking my leftover concealer and tidying up underneath the brow and above it to give it a nice sharp line. And for the eyeshadow, really simple again, just a bright shimmery colour for the brow bone, and then similar colour to the contour shade in the crease, and then just normal face powder for the lid. Now we're up to blush and highlight. This beauty side I've kept really simple because we've got a lot of work to do on the other side soon. So just sit back and watch till we get to the gore side.
Beauty side is done, so now it's time for the gore side. So the first step is to protect your hair. So obviously I've got my hair pinned back, but that's instead of a bald cap. I'm going to put Vaseline just in my hairline and then use masking tape to cover up my brows.
Now taking liquid latex, and I believe this is classed as thick liquid latex, which I found quite easy to work with because it doesn't drip too much. I'm placing this all over my face, and I do have my eye closed because I just found it a little bit sensitive at the beginning, but as it started drying, my eyes seemed to get used to it, so just look after your eyes, people. I was in a bit of a hurry to get this look done, so I did 2 quite thick layers of latex, but normally you should do your layers quite thin and do up to 4 or 5 layers. Pulling apart a cotton wool, I've just dipped this in latex and I'm creating the eye socket. You could do this look with a fake eye, but I'm just creating the eye socket and using a contact today. A great trick to get the cotton wool to do what you want is to put a fair bit of latex on your finger to help smooth it out, and this stops it from sticking to you. And to create a seamless transition from the eye socket to my cheek, I'm then just building up right underneath with latex, just so it's all one level.
Alright, so it is pretty much dry. I just don't have much time, so I just want to rush this a little bit. So ideally wait for all your latex to go clear, but it's pretty much dry, so I'm going to go for it. Because I'm putting the teeth on the inside of this latex, I'm going to cut that first so I know where it's going to go. If you start picking holes in to get that burn effect, you could actually pick into the section that's going to be the mouth. So I'm going to pull that away now, and I'm really freaked out that I'm going to screw this up. just going to use a depotting tool to pick holes in this.
So I just pierced holes all over the place, keeping them random sizes, shapes, some torn open, some only half open, just to try and make it look as realistic as possible. Now I've mixed some ground coffee and latex together just to give that real gravelly, torn up look that he has in the movie. And this is just another great way to give dimension to the look. Now it's time to paint. This is probably the most important step, and it just brings all our hard work together and brings this whole look to life. Going in with a sponge, I start off with the red body paint on top of the wounds and then go in over the top with brown, adding in touches of black and orange. Fill in your eyeball. Once the eye is completely filled in, I use the excess paint on the brush just to slowly blend out into the rest of the skin. And I think this made it look more realistic instead of just a black circle. Alright, the hardest part of this look, the teeth. So first of all, I have laid down a layer of latex and let it get tacky, and then dipped cotton wool in the latex again to create a strip, and while it was still wet, place the teeth on the strip. These teeth I have just crafted out of acrylic nails and then shaped them to similar shapes to my teeth, making them all slightly different shapes, which I think made it look more realistic. For the bottom teeth there, you can see I've put another row of cotton wool over the top. This just helped the teeth stay in, so when I moved my mouth they wouldn't fall off. To add in the muscles and tendons, I'm just cutting the mouth a bit bigger up near the cheekbone where the muscles would be. And I have just cut some material off an old handbag I had and dipped them in fake blood to dye them initially. And I'm just gluing them in now with latex and measuring them out. I found it easier measuring it out on my face and then connecting it up instead of measuring it beforehand, because then if it's too short you're not going to be able to reach to the other side. Just using black body paint, I'm just shading in the mouth to give it a bit more dimension. Now it's time to add coagulated blood, which is probably one of my favourites at the moment. It's kind of sticky, but it has a really nice shine to it and it looks so realistic. So I'm just adding this in only where the skin is broken, because a burn doesn't really have too much blood, so I didn't want to have dripping blood everywhere, just in strategic places to make it look really freaky. I noticed that the teeth needed more dimension, so I just got the black body paint again and run that through the gum line just so they looked like they were popping out of the skin. And now I'm taking a red eyeshadow and right where the burn meets my normal skin, just shading it in to give it some irritation. And to finish this look, I'm just taking lip gloss and placing this all over the face.
And that's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. So like, when you take the photo, can you get my good side? Oh dear. I'm like so gay. I thought you'd want to see me rip this off, so here it goes.